Okay, pavement markings. Pavement markings are normally white or yellow. Okay, so you got to remember that. Yellow is a warning, and white, in some states, you can get a ticket if you cross over the white. So if you're merging on expressway, you're going to have a solid white line. It's not really intended for you to cross that line. My bad. Pavement markings. Thank you. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate it. So pavement markings. Pavement markings are normally white or yellow. The colors are used to assist and regulate the flow of the traffic. The following are the most common pavement markings. You have yellow lines. These lines are used to separate traffic in opposite directions. You have a solid yellow line, passing is prohibited. You might have a solid yellow or a solid double yellow. You cannot pass. A broken line allows passing when clear and safe. It might be clear, but it might not be safe. Or it might be safe, but it might not be clear. So you have to be able to judge those things and identify when the time is good. Okay, I'm just going over some of the information in the guide. I'm talking about pavement marking since we had a situation where we were talking about night driving. Midwest. Okay, listen, broken yellow lines allow you to change lanes. White lines can also be used to mark the right edge of the road. We're in North America. White is on the right edge of the road. It's called the edge line or fog line. White lines also can be used for intersection stops. You have a big white line that's called the stop bar or stop line. You want to stop behind the line. You also have a crosswalk. This is where pedestrians cross. On your test, if you go past the stop line, you get a point off. If you go past the stop line into the crosswalk, that's 2 points. That could be a dangerous maneuver. So we want to give people space. We want them to take their time. Yellow lettering and symbols. These pavement markings may supplement traffic signals and used to designate lanes, warn of hazards, provide information. White arrows are used to indicate directions drivers must travel in a given lane. The word only may be accompanied with a white arrow. Some lanes, if you're making a right turn only, no pun intended, get it? Only, though some right turn lanes, you have a lane specifically for right turns. There's a big arrow. They're pavement markings. So this will help you when you're driving. If I ask you to get over to the right lane, you need to look and check and get over to the right because we're going to be making a right turn. Railroad crossings are delineated with white crossbucks and double R for railroad. You'll see the X and an R at the top and an R at the bottom. School buses, hazardous material carriers have to stop. It's state law. School zones are indicated with the word school. SCHOOL, quote. And where students cross the street may have school crossing. SCHOOL XING, school crossing. This is where you're supposed to walk. But we know students, adults don't walk, they jaywalk and then they get hit. Got to be safe. White pavement markings also are used to inform drivers of the speed limit, route markers, and other important information. So when you're driving, you're going to have to look at signs, pavement markings. Is this a white broken line? Is this a yellow broken line? Am I by a railroad with an R? You have to yield and look left and right before you go over the railroad crossing. Intersections. Please make sure you pay particular attention to this. There are two types of intersections. There's a controlled intersection. What does the controlled intersection have? Type it in. Tell me what a controlled intersection has. You guys on here, tell me what a controlled intersection has. What does a controlled intersection have? You must know this. This is driver's education. You have to know it. Controlled intersections. There are two types of intersections. There's controlled and uncontrolled. A controlled intersection, most intersections are controlled by a traffic device. That could be a light. That could be a reflective light that only comes on when a car goes by. That allows traffic to flow in a safe, efficient manner. The most common traffic control devices are traffic signs and signals. Guys, once you understand this, you'll say, wow, that's a traffic control device. My light is red. Oh, it's red. I got to slow down. Or my light is green. Oh, I got to look left and right. Good thing I looked. A car just ran the light. And when you're driving, I'm going to ask you what color the light is. I'm trying to teach you to look ahead. Drivers must always follow the directions of the intersection traffic control device. Some drivers, when they're supposed to make a right turn on red, they don't stop. Red means stop. You have to look left because traffic is coming from your left. You have to look right because there could be pedestrians. Excuse me. You have to look left again. I got to see you do those head checks. Left, right, left. You have to look because that one look could save our lives. A kid could be walking. Someone with headphones. They can't hear you. So you have to look. If you want a higher grade, I got to see you look. You will be marked down if you don't look. Facts. And should be aware of other potential hazards, pedestrians, or other drivers not following the rules. Grandma making a left turn. Grandpa in his Mustang. A person in a semi-truck. You got to be aware. If we would be in an accident, it will be in an intersection. They are the most dangerous. You got to look. Uncontrolled intersections. Uncontrolled intersections do not have traffic control devices that direct the flow of the traffic. In these situations, follow the rules that apply. So much knowledge here. The driver whom arrives first. Tell me, rules of the driver who arrives first and stopped has the right of way. Please make sure you know this. I'm going to ask you this. The driver who arrives first and stops has the right of way, but people don't follow the directions. If two or more vehicles reach the intersection at the same time, the vehicle on the left should yield to the car on the right. Please remember that. You'll forget. You'll have anxiety. You'll be nervous. I want to help you. I want to talk about a traffic light. Traffic signals. Traffic signals control and regulate the movement of vehicles and pedestrians. They control pedestrians, bicyclists, cars, everything. So that one traffic light controls so much. And when people don't follow the rules, someone gets killed or there's an accident. I don't want it to be us. A red signal light. It's located at the top of the vertical intersection signal. It requires the driver to stop at the indicated stop line or stop bar. If there is no stop line, then they must stop before the intersection. If there is no traffic signal indicated otherwise, the driver may make a right turn during the red arrow as long as they come to a complete stop when clear. A lot of you won't do that. You'll just blow through the red light and the car comes and then we're in an accident. You're crying, car smashed, you failed the class, and I've got to call the company. I don't want to be in that situation. Please follow what your instructor teaches you. Please make good decisions. Please ask questions. A lot of drivers are scared to ask questions. Good instructors treat you like an adult. Good instructors allow you to listen to the radio quietly. Good instructors make jokes and make you feel comfortable. Good instructors allow you to have fun in the class. Good instructors are patient. Good instructors are nice. They don't yell at you when you make mistakes. You will make mistakes. Question.
This is like kind of not related to like.
It's okay. Go ahead.
But when we have like our permit and we have to get hours, does the permit only work in Michigan? Like if I wanted to get hours, if I'm like on like vacation, would I be able to do that?
You can go anywhere in the United States.
Okay.
Including, I believe, Puerto Rico. So get your driving time. A lot of you will be nervous. And your parents should be nervous. You don't know what to do. Your parents are going to help you and coach you. Don't worry, I will talk to your parents. Because I'm social. Hi, sir. Hi, ma'am. Because I want to know what you're about. Your parents are your coach. The family is the first driver. You've been watching your mom and dad from when you were 0, a little baby. So if your mom cusses out people and screams and slams brakes, you could do that or not. If your dad road rages a little bit and tailgates, you could do that or not. You're going to learn from your instructor. You're going to learn from social media. You're going to learn from driving games. But there's no replacement for practice. A lot of people are waiting till 21, 22, 23, 30 to drive. Driver's education is very expensive. And it takes a lot of work. Some people are not willing to put in that work. I want you to put in hard work. I want you to get better. I want you to improve. Good instructors give you directions in advance. Example, I need you to make a right turn at the second light. Tell them stop playing, Lucas. We ain't got time for that. But that's okay. You're on point. Shh. So good instructors give you directions in advance. You're going to be nervous. Your heart's going to be pounding. Good instructors make conversation with you because we are social people. We're not going to be sitting in the car 2 hours. I'm not built like that. Excuse me. So conversation is really good. And they're considerate. Good instructors share stories. Good instructors are fun. Good instructors allow you to fix your mistakes. What's the mistake? You go too fast in the turn. You run a light. You hit the curve. You slam brakes. So gradually you're going to learn. I'm not your mom and dad, so I'm not going to say, well, you didn't do your homework. You didn't clean your room. I'm here to treat you like an adult, and that's what you need. I'll have you sit in the car, show you how to adjust your seat, pivot your right foot, because we drive with our right foot. Our left goes to the dead pedal. Type in what the dead pedal is. Type in what the dead pedal is. What is the dead pedal? Type it in. Those of you listening right now, put some comments in. Ask some questions. This is bringing you value. Give it a thumbs up. We're talking about driving education, making you a better driver. I'm a state certified instructor. I teach in the Midwest. I want you to bring and learn about this. I want you to know that a good instructor should be treating you like an adult. If you're over 18, then you might have to get something called a TIP. Every state is different. The dead pedal is to the left, where you put your left foot. In America, 85 to 90% of our cars are automatics. In the UK, Australia, India, they drive on the left. Most of the time, they're driving manuals. If you can learn to drive a manual, I suggest you learn how. Okay, I know how to. I've drove a Volkswagen, a 87 IROC Z, kind of a bigger semi truck. It's a smaller truck, so you have to learn. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Appreciate you. So, good instructors are going to make the conversation with you because we want you to do a good job. I want you to be calm on the road. You're going to be nervous. People are going to be honking at us, cutting us off, tailgating us. We had a grandma tailgate us and cut us off. My student was merging on the expressway. She was a little slow, about 50. Grandma wanted to do 75, hit her turbo boost. She tailgated us and cut us off. A grandma, a full-grown grandma, gray hair, cut us off. I tell you this because it's true. I always try to be positive, give you good things, help you fix your mistakes, and I show you how to use the steering wheel. According to AAA, the best position is a 7 and 5. Okay? Because there's an airbag in the middle, 7 and 5 is the lower position. But I want you comfortable in the car. A yellow signal indicates the middle of the intersection, the yellow signal light. This light is located in the middle of the intersection traffic signal. It signals the driver that the traffic signal will be switching to red momentarily, and they should stop the vehicle before entering. However, if the traffic signal changes yellow and the driver cannot stop safely, you enter the intersection, they must cautiously continue to leave. So a lot of beginners panic. Oh my God, the light's yellow. What should I do? If you're near the intersection and we can't stop safely in 3 seconds, thanks for the love. You proceed with caution. But if a kid's coming out, a semi-truck is turning, we got to use common sense. Don't get comfortable running yellow lights. We're going to get killed. I want to return home to my family. I want you to tell your mom and dad, we parked. Don't run yellow lights. Don't slam. Green lights. The green light is located at the bottom of the vertical intersection signal. Our lights are vertical, up and down. In Texas, they're horizontal. They're different. It authorizes the driver to proceed through. I like that, authorizes. But cars can still be in the intersection. Someone could be riding the bike. Yellow, slow down and take your time. Why are you on the gas? Why are you going 55 in a 40? We're going too fast. If you see yellow, you should be taking your foot off the gas. You should be relaxing. I'm trying to get you to visualize. I'm visualizing. We scheduled you guys. We're driving. It's good. A flashing red traffic signal. The light should be treated the same as the stop sign. The driver must come to a complete stop and then proceed when it's safe to do so. These types of signals kind of confuse people. A flashing yellow turn signal. This light should be treated the same as a yield sign. The driver should slow down and proceed cautiously as long as there's no one standing in the intersection and their path of travel is clear. I'm taking the time to read this because I want you to be good drivers. A red signal arrow. The light requires your driver to come to complete stop. It's not a stop line. They must stop before entering. It prohibits turns in the direction of the arrow. A yellow arrow. Signal light. The signal light, this signal to the driver that the traffic signal will be switching to red arrow momentarily. And they should. It doesn't say stop. It doesn't say go, should. Because it depends on the intersection. Are there people walking? Are there cars? What time of day is it? Is it at night? Is it raining? Is it snowing? Is it fog? Is it a Friday night football game? The driver should stop the vehicle before entering the intersection. However, if the traffic signal changes to yellow and the driver cannot safely stop before entering, they must cautiously continue. Flashing yellow, the light should be treated as the same. The driver can make their turn into the direction of the arrow as long as no one is entered in. A green signal, a green arrow signal. This light authorizes the driver to proceed through the intersection in the direction of the arrow, as long as the intended path of travel is clear. Tell me 3 things you learned about the traffic light, traffic arrows, traffic signals. 3 things. Tell me 3 things you learned about traffic lights, traffic signals, or traffic arrows. I'm going very granular. Attention to detail. I need you to be good drivers. And I can tell when you drive, your foot's off the gas. Oh, that was a nice job, Lucas. Great job, Julia. Marissa, excellent job. I remember what you said. I'm like, thank you. It's got to be automatic. When you drive, you're going to be so stressed. New vehicle, new instructor. It takes a couple of drives for you to calm down. So I'm asking you to give me a couple things. Show me you were paying attention. It's real easy to not pay attention. But if your instructor's taking the time to break this down, I'm expecting greatness. I'm not even going to play with you. And if your instructor expects you to be great, you're going to work harder. If your coach expects you to be great, you're going to work harder. If you're playing a video game and you have a great group, a great team, we're going to win the next 4 matches. Oh, we are? Yes. You need to listen to what I'm saying. You go on top. You go on the bottom. You stay in the hallway. Ooh, I'm with a good group. And if you don't do good, you get kicked out. I've been there too. If there's no stop line, you need to stop behind the stop line. That traffic light can change very quickly. They do. Sometimes traffic lights can be unpredictable. So you have to pause for a second. I should see you like pause and not freeze, but pause and look. That's a quick, don't stare. See like EV staring? That's when we would crash. I'm joking with you. It's just a quick glance. That's just to get information. If a traffic signal is not working properly, the following steps should be taken. All drivers must come to a complete stop at the indicated stop line. If there is no stop line, then they must stop before the intersection. You'll see people in big trucks, big cars. I'm a big truck. I'm a big car. I'm just going to push my way through. That's when someone gets killed. So you have to be aware of this. So if I have a big truck or car, I can do that. No, you got to be even more careful because you have greater responsibility. The bigger your vehicle, the more responsibility you have. That's how I think. If I'm a bus driver, I'm like, man, I could run over someone. If I'm a semi-truck driver, man, I could like kill multiple people. So you have to have that own internal personal responsibility. And if you don't, you really won't care about life out there when you drive. You're like, someone's out there, I'm going to honk my horn and drive past them. I'm in my neighborhood. A kid's playing. Hey, they see me. I'm a car. That doesn't mean anything. A car doesn't make you an adult. Driving doesn't make you an adult. It's just a tool to get you to grow up. And that tool can't be taken away. If I get tickets, speeding tickets, I'll lose my driver's ed endorsement. Do you think I would do that? No. If I have an accident, no. Why would I do that? Why would you do that? Because your brain's not developed till about 25. You're going to do irrational things. You're not going to wear your seatbelt. You're going to drive when you're tired. You're going to have a breakup and drive upset. Someone's going to cut you off and you're mad and you're going to try to chase them down. There's always a bigger fool than you. Go ahead, act out of pocket. Other people will act out of pocket with you. People love to fight. They love to argue. You wrong, you wrong. Oh, they arguing? I'm going to handle this right now. I've seen too many situations where people get hurt. It's called road rage. And unfortunately, because we're drivers, people will take that out on us. But really, we're the safest drivers. They're very impatient. The driver who arrives at the intersection and stops has the right of way at the intersection. If two vehicles come at the same time, the vehicle to the left shall yield to the vehicle to the right. We talked about pavement markings, intersections, traffic signals, traffic lights. I want to hit braking. When necessary to slow the vehicle down, the driver should apply pressure to the brake pedal to decrease speed. You don't slam the brake. A lot of you will get in the car and slam the brake. This is how we get rear-ended. Don't slam the brake. Squeeze the brake. Wear Converse. I'm not sponsored. Crocs are fine. No open-toe sandals. Crocs, Converse, any thin-sole shoe. I was looking for my thin-sole shoe. Any thin-sole shoe that allows you to feel the brake and gas. Similar to vehicle acceleration, the more pressure the driver places on the brake pedal, the slower the vehicle will travel. The vehicle's reaction will also depend on the vehicle's powertrain. Meaning, if you have a really fast car, fast truck, you might have to squeeze the brake harder. Older vehicles, squeeze it real smooth and soft. The weight of the vehicle and the road surface. To properly decrease vehicle speed, the driver should depress the brake pedal gradually to slow, S-L-O-W, to slow the vehicle down and avoid unnecessary wear and tear on the vehicle and potentially causing the vehicle's occupants to be whipped forward. Because that's what all of you do. You're going to say, I'm sorry. I'm not playing college football anymore. I don't need a 22-inch neck. 16 is fine. I'm not trying out for the NFL anymore. I don't need a 22-inch neck. So don't slam the brake. Always plan to stop earlier than needed. Extra space is needed. I always tell you, have good speed, good space, and a smile. To stop when driving, the driver must maintain pressure on the brake pedal. If the vehicle is equipped with ABS, type in what ABS is. Show me you're paying attention. Oh my God, he's asking questions. What is ABS? Type it in. Show me you're paying attention. Show me you're paying attention. What is ABS? You should already know what this is. ABS is anti-lock brake system. It's on the brake pad. It's on the brake pedal It could be on the dashboard. If you hit it, a light might flash. ABS is activated. The brakes will pulsate back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's all good. Anti-lock brake system. ABS. In that case, you stop the pedal and you don't let up. If your car doesn't have ABS, what are you supposed to do? If your car does not have ABS, what are you supposed to do? I'm giving you a driving situation. Your car does not have ABS. Type in what you're supposed to do. Xavier, you coming with confidence. I like that. I see Xavier coming, bro. I see the look in the face. I see it's in the eyes, bro. Because we're all human. I want you to do so well, but you have to come pure. You're going to be nervous. Your mom and dad might say, I want you to drive a little bit. No, Mr. McKinney said, you're going to listen to him instead of me? Well, yeah. I'm trying to relax you on that first drive. It's very stressful. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up, follow, subscribe.